want to get to an uncomfortable subject because as bad as that story was involving Jim Trotter and Commissioner Roger Goodell in the National Football League and the racial discrimination lawsuit he's handed down against, or he's filed against the National Football League, I have to tell you, one could easily argue that on this particular day, it pales in comparison to the story going on in the National Basketball Association right now. Houston Rockets point guard Kevin Porter Jr. was arrested for allegedly assaulting his girlfriend, WNBA player Kaiser Gondrezick. According to a criminal report obtained by the Associated Press, Gondrezick told police Porter Jr. punched her in the face repeatedly with a closed fist, which caused a cut above her right eye, as well as bruising and pain to her face. Ladies and gentlemen, he should be in jail. He should not only be in jail, Tillman Fertitta, Ime Udoka, the new coach, the Fertitta family, it should be announced that he's no longer a member of the Houston Rockets effective immediately. And the NBA should adopt the NFL's rule as it pertains to literally prohibiting you from participating, wearing an NBA uniform, being inside an NBA arena, playing on an NBA basketball court until the investigation is complete. You can't even be accused of doing what the hell this man has been accused of. Put that back up on the screen right now. I want everybody to see what this man has been accused of. Let's go to the list. Fractured vertebrae in her neck. Inches long gash above right eye. Bruising and substantial pain in the face. Redness and bruising to the neck. Difficulty breathing. Loss of motion in her left arm. And according to prosecutors, Porter Jr. did not stop until Gondrezick ran out into the hallway covered in blood. This is the year 2023. This ain't Ray Rice in 2014, 2015, where you had to see a video before you realized the severity of it. If the district attorney is talking about he didn't stop until she was covered in blood and she ran out into the hallway and all of this other stuff, and they have him on that kind of evidence, we got a problem. Now, as an obligation, when you're doing these kind of things, you got to talk about things along these lines. November 2020, Porter Jr. was also charged with improperly handling a firearm in a vehicle in Cleveland when he was a member of the Cavaliers. The case was dropped a month later, by the way. But this one is what should alarm people to some degree as well. In January of 2022, he had to be separated from Houston Rockets assistant coach John Lucas during a halftime exchange that saw Porter Jr. lose his temper and throw an object. If you know anything about John Lucas is one of the most beloved figures in NBA history because of his off-the-court struggles with substance abuse and how many lives he's turned around, not to mention his own, and the philanthropic work that he's done throughout the years. He is not just loved, he's revered. And when you got to be separated from him and throwing an object and all that stuff, you know your brother out of control. As for Gondrezick, this wonderful young lady was the 4th overall pick in 2021 by the Indiana Fever. Look at her beautiful self. Look at her beautiful self. Now I'm talking to you as a father of 2 daughters. I'm talking to you as a father of 2 daughters. See, if my daughters are listening to this, they know what daddy's about to say. It's not a popular thing to say. But law enforcement is going to be necessary for anybody that puts their hands on my daughter. I promise you that. Yes, I will do you harm. Anybody. Anybody, any man that puts his hands on my daughter, it's going to be a problem. And I'm not going to say it because I don't want to cut out and weaved out who knows what you're supposed to say over the digital stratosphere, the streaming stratosphere, as opposed to FCC Airways. I'm not going to say what I would do, but look into my eyes. Any man hits my daughter, it's a wrap. Make no mistake about that shit. With everything I love, on everything I love, on the soul of my mother, any man that hits my daughter, it's going to be a problem. And I speak on behalf of most, if not all, fathers I know. See, you got to be a real punk to do what it's alleged Porter Jr. has done here. You got to be a real punk, because obviously she's in no position. She's not in much of a position anyway to defend herself against the likes of him. And I got to tell you right now, I'm praying that this is a false report. I'm praying that I wake up and this was all a lie, that she didn't get covered in blood, or, he didn't hit her, or whatever the case may be. Let me tell you, when it's justified and how it's justified to put your hands on a woman. If she is hitting you, run. And if you can't run, grab her and hold her until she calms down. And then run out when the second you get a chance. That's about as far as you could go. That's about as far as you could go. You don't hit a woman. 4 older sisters. My mama taught me that. My daddy. And if you read my book, you know I didn't have the greatest relationship with my father, and he wasn't the greatest role model in the world. But the one thing he never did is put his hands on my mother. He knows we would have killed him. It is something you simply do not do. And for Porter Jr. to do this, he has besmirched the name of the Houston Rockets. He has besmirched the NBA brand. He has sullied his own damn name. He will forever be synonymous, if this is true, he will forever be synonymous with physically abusing women. It's not an accident that the cops took him out in that perp walk, in cuffs, in the car, NYC. It's not an accident. And when the district attorney is saying she was covered in blood, I don't know how you can get out of that. I don't know how you can wiggle your way out of that. I truly do not know how you can do that. 888-727-5303. That's 888-727-5303. 888-SAS-5303. Your phone call's up next. Email Udoka. Tillman Fertitta. He got to go. Adam Silver, commissioner of NBA. He can't be allowed to play with the Houston Rockets. Show up for Houston Rockets training camp next month. Get your own commissioner's exempt list like the National Football League. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. You can't be on an NBA roster with these charges leveled against you, with those details being provided to the public. It cannot happen. He was supposedly upset because she locked the hotel room door. She was afraid she was upset he came home late and locked him out of their hotel room, or whatever the case may be. Yo, bro, break up with her. Leave. Let her take a commercial flight home or something. You do not hit a woman. You just don't do it.